God warns the enemy is stealing your miracle. Don't skip a single word of this message. There's information here you desperately need. Please stop scrolling, my dear child. Stop what you're doing and listen to me. This heavy feeling that's been with you for a long time is finally going away. Gone are the pain, fear, confusion, struggles, hidden sorrows, and heavy feeling. The moment these words really sink into your heart is the start of your new life. Chance or luck didn't make me talk to you right now. I planned for this to happen. This message was sent to you by heaven itself, because you are almost there with the change you've been fighting for. You didn't find this by accident. I brought it to you because the time is right. I told you to slow down, my child. I stopped you from scrolling. I made you feel better right now. Heaven is silent when I talk to you like this, because they know what I'm about to bring into your life. Angels stop moving and lean in close. They know this is a big deal. They know how strong these words are. They know that your future is getting better, and that the hard times of the past are losing their power over you. Do you sense that peace and quiet, that quiet feeling in the air, and the sudden pull on your spirit? That's me. That's my presence right next to you, drawing your attention to these lines and making you feel a holy urgency in your heart. Do not scroll, do not move. This isn't just another message, so don't ignore it. This is a unique moment from God. I came into your day. I went into your timeline. I went into your mind because your soul needed to hear me right now. No one has been able to answer the questions you've been asking. There was pain in your breathing that you couldn't explain. No one has seen how much pain you've been carrying. Even when you were breaking down inside, you kept smiling. I saw it all, felt every tear, heard every quiet cry, and held every breath that was shaking that you couldn't get steady. I couldn't let you go one more step without stopping you and telling you, the job is done. The time for waiting is over. There is no more battle. The tough cycle is over. It's over the season that hurt your heart, the confusion that filled your mind, and the fear that kept you up at night. Heaven has chosen someone else over you. Heaven makes the rules, and nothing on earth can change them. When I say something is over, I mean it's really over. No one, not even myself, can open up a part of your life again after I close it. You've been walking for a long time. You've made it through storms that were supposed to destroy you. You've been through hard times that would have made most people give up. Even though your heart is empty, you've kept going. You've been through a lot and still managed to get up every day. I saw everything. Heaven is now giving you a new start because you refused to give up, kept going even though you were shaking, and held on to hope even though it seemed so small. This message makes it clear for you what happened and what will happen. Now is the time to turn. At this point, old problems lose their strength and new options take their place. There is a holy change going on around you now. Your spirit feels it, even if you can't see it yet. That soft warmth, that sudden calm, and that strange sense that something is different are all signs that I'm touching you. That's my hand reaching into your heart and telling you, now you are safe. You're now free. You are starting over. You stopped here for a reason. Your heart leaned in for a reason. You felt like you had to keep reading for a reason. You've reached the point that God planned for you before you were even born. A time when your story changes, a moment that starts to heal, a time when old chains break, A time when you show the world who you really are. A time when something that seemed impossible becomes possible all of a sudden. Don't pass up this chance. This is not just another message. Hi, my child. It's me, and I'm here to talk to you. Because you are leaving something rough and entering something holy. You've had enough crying. You've had enough fighting. You've thought about it enough. You've been through enough. You've made it this far. It's now time to live. Now is the time to breathe easily again. Now is the time to be happy without being afraid. You can now walk around without carrying everything on your back. It's time to start over. A start that was written by me, not by your pain. Your fresh start won't happen tomorrow. It's not coming next week. It's not going to come someday. It starts right now, with these words, this moment, and this breath. Heaven has made the news public. The change has already started. You started a new season. As soon as you stop to read this, can you feel the change in the air? That sound is your old season breaking down. That sound is chains breaking. That sound is my love making your heart feel better. Getting rid of the old. I'm making room for you. I'm breaking old habits. The lies are being shut down. I'm getting rid of the shadows. I'm making the wounds better. You thought you were forever weak, but I'm giving you back your strength. You can have your life back. You want a better life. Not just the one you had before, the whole thing, a blessed one. But, my child, pay close attention. Follow me. Do not scroll. Don't rush through this. What I've opened for you could be stopped with one more second of thought. At the start of a new season, you are standing. Don't leave right now. Let me finish what I started now. Let me talk about the parts you hid. Let me put you back together from the inside out. Let me show you the life I always wanted for you. Follow me. Being read right now is the start of the new life you prayed for. Say, Amen. Your love really helps me if He fixed what was broken in you. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. Does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Do not be upset as you listen to me, my child. I am going to tell you something about your life that has already been decided by heaven. It's over. Fear that lingered too long, the nights that broke you in silence, the weight on your chest, the confusion that stole your peace, these things all took a toll on you. That whole season is over. The one that drained you, tested you, stretched you, and made you feel empty is over. I'm telling you this straight out, so that your heart can finally rest and know that you are not going back to what hurt you before. The old season has ended as planned. Many people didn't understand how hard and long that part of your life was for you. You carried your burdens quietly and smiled, even though your heart was crying. Some days you told yourself you were okay, even though you were shaking inside. You went through storms in your mind and heart that no one saw. These storms made you question who you are, what you stand for, your hope, and even your future. You got through things that would have killed others, and you did it with almost no strength left in you, with little help or understanding from the people around you. You still got up though. You kept going though. Even though you didn't know how, you kept going, because you didn't give up and kept looking for me, even when it seemed like I wasn't there. I'm now ending that long chapter. It's being closed by me. That pain will not follow you into your new life for another day. The season, that hurt you can't get in the way of what I'm about to give you. The enemy can't do the same things over and over again. It is not okay for the old wounds to get bigger. The heart etches that kept you up at night don't belong where you're going. I'm building the last wall between your past and your future. You could ask me, Lord, how can you say it is over when I still feel parts of it? And this is my honest answer in heaven. The seasons end before they do on earth. In the spiritual world, big changes happen before they show up in your everyday life. Freedom starts out unseen, before it shows up in how you feel. In a spiritual sense, you have already made progress. You haven't really felt the change yet. But believe me when I say that I ended it in heaven a long time before you noticed the difference on earth. As soon as I said those words, the storm stopped. As soon as I said that things would change, the darkness ended. As soon as that season ended in heaven, earth started to move in the way I said it would. What heaven has already done is being caught up to by you. Your heart is getting used to a level of freedom that was already there. It's taking your spirit years of carrying too much weight to learn how to breathe again. You're beginning to feel excited, hopeful, and calm again, not because things have changed yet, but because you're waking up inside. It's not strong, but you can feel it. The weight is going down. The noise inside is getting quieter. Things are becoming clearer. Your spirit knows that something has changed. Please understand this, my child. You won't have to fight old battles in your new life. The things that tried to hurt you last season can't hurt you this season. You can't let the enemy that hurt your heart, the voice that lied to you, the fear that stopped you, or the disappointment that made you tough follow you. The door behind you is now shut, and I personally sealed it. There is nothing from your old season that can come into your new one. The people who drained you will not come back into your life. The patterns that made you tired will not happen again. Things that made you feel bad won't happen again. The doors that shut were supposed to shut. The endings that hurt were the ones that had to happen. I remember that there were times when you asked me why certain things went wrong. You didn't understand why some people left. You wanted to know why some chances were lost in your hands. You asked yourself why some hopes fell apart after you had done everything you could. But, my child, every ending was a unique way to keep you safe. Even though you didn't get it, I was getting rid of the old season. Things that couldn't go with you. Where I'm taking you were taken away. I was severing ties that were holding you back. I took away the things that would have made you weak. I was getting your life ready for growth that you couldn't see yet. The getting ready is now over. The storm is over now. The wait is over now. You have entered a new, holy, and planned for you life that began long before pain. The last parts of the old chapter are being erased from your heart, mind, and spirit, so you will never go back to them. We want every message we send to bring you closer to God. If our work makes you feel good, you can thank us by sending super thanks. Your kindness means a lot. Let me touch the parts of you that are still shaking. Let me ease the pain of the memories. Let me heal the wounds that remind you of the hard times you ran into. Let me talk to you from the bottom of your heart and say, it's over. Now you can rest. You're no longer just getting by. You are no longer walking through fire. You're no longer fighting for air. Allow me to take some of your stress away. I'm giving you back what the old season took away: your confidence, your joy, your strength, your free thought, your peace. Yes, I do mean you. You are not the same person you were during that time. You changed because of the storm. You grew because of the pain. Being alone made you stronger. You became stronger during the hard times. You're stronger now. You know more now. You are now spiritually more linked. That's why you had to go through it. The season is over now. You'll know why I didn't let it break you. You'll understand why I waited until now to bring you out. You don't have to carry the weight of what hurt you into your new chapter. It starts clean and new, free from the voices that told you lies, free from the fear that held you back, free from the doubt that held you back. I have started over. The ground behind you is clean now. I got rid of the shadows that were following you. Take a deep breath, my child. Raise your head. Join my hand. You are starting over. One that can't be changed by the past. The page has turned. There is no more to say. It's no longer season. And nothing at all, will follow you into life. I'm going to open up in front of you. Come with me. The old one is gone. The new has begun. My child, please sit down with me now. I need to talk to you about the heavy load you carried. The weight that nobody else could understand. The weight that kept you up at night when you couldn't sleep. You couldn't hide the weight on your heart. Even when you tried your best to smile, I saw everything. I saw you quickly wipe away your tears before anyone else did. I saw how your chest got tight when you started to worry. I could see the quiet fights you were having in your head. Behind your smile, I saw how much pain you were in. No one could understand the pain you were in. The pain you had to avoid in order to keep going. I kept an eye on you, my child, when no one else did. It was dark when you whispered prayers to me. When your mouth was too tired to speak. The words that formed in your heart were the ones you couldn't even say out loud. I was there when you cried and hit your pillow. I made sure I kept track of all of them. I saw every tear fall. Every scream was heard. There was no moment of breaking that wasn't seen. Some nights you couldn't sleep and just stared at the ceiling, wondering what was wrong with your life. There were nights when you were stuck in your own thoughts. There were nights when you didn't know when you'd feel calm again. I was sitting next to you at that time. You didn't feel me, but I was closer to you than the blanket that was over you. I held you when you held your breath to stop crying. During times when your heart hurt so badly that it hurt your body, I wrapped my arms around you and kept you from giving up. You were sad, but you didn't know how to say it. It hurt you because you had to move on before you were ready, and the wounds never fully healed. You had too many responsibilities for one heart to handle. You were hurt by people who should have loved you more. You felt bad about things that were never your fault. You carried around hopes, fears, shame, and disappointment, and they all built up on your soul until you felt like you could not breathe. Still, you kept going. You kept going even though your whole body told you to stop. You were tired every day, but you got through it. You were there for other people, even when you didn't feel like it. You loved even though you didn't feel loved. You gave people hope while quietly breaking. Even though your legs were shaking, you carried other people. Heaven saw you do all of this, my child, and it cried with and for you. How many times have you thought about giving up? You lie to yourself more often than you think. At times, you looked at your life and told yourself, I can't do this anymore. There were times when you told yourself, I'm tired. I'm so worn out. There were times when you thought your heart wasn't strong enough to go on beating. I knew everything you were thinking. Even though you didn't tell anyone, I could feel every shake in your spirit. I knew you were about to give up. And every time you were about to fall, I caught you. Sometimes in ways you didn't know about. I had a moment of peace that seemed to appear out of nowhere. Taking a deep breath when I was scared, that's me. I was that sudden strength that helped you make it through another day. Something from someone that spoke right to your pain. That was me. At one point, you almost fell, but didn't because I was holding you up. You thought you were the only one going through this, but I felt closer to you when you were in pain than when you were happy. When you're hurt, my child, my heart bends toward you. I'm here for you when you cry. When you feel alone, I get closer. I'm here for you when you feel weak. You were never really alone, even though it felt like it. I was with you in the dark, the heavy, the cloudy, and the scary times. I never pulled away from you. Heaven saw every second of your pain. You cried every night, said silent prayers, felt numb every day, and held your chest to try to breathe every time. Everything is written out in front of me. Every moment will lead to something bigger. In my hands, you don't suffer for no reason. You don't cry without something good coming next. You don't break down without getting back together. You always get something back when you lose. Everything you went through was worth it. Not even the parts that didn't seem to be useful. Not even the times it seemed impossible to bear. Not even the times when it seemed like there was only loss. Right, amen. If nothing can make you doubt him, I will stay strong in my faith. Even though you can't see it yet, every tear planted a seed in your future. Every breakup made your soul soft, so that I could plant a new life there. Each setback pushed you toward bigger and better things. You became more like yourself every time you were alone. It made your heart stronger and your spirit sharper. Every load you carried turned into a story that heaven will use to help other people. No matter what, my child, I'll pay you back. I will give joy that lasts for every tear. For every night you can't sleep. I will give you rest that really makes you feel better. I will heal every broken heart in a way that goes beyond the wound. For every lie you tell, I will send you relationships with people who really love you. I will give you more than enough every time you had little. For every moment you were not seen, I will put you somewhere important. I remembered how much pain you were in. I didn't ignore how much pain you were in. I didn't turn away from your cries. I helped you get through what you couldn't. Now I'm going to give you something you couldn't even imagine. What was meant to break you didn't. And I will bless you beyond measure, because you made it through it. You carried things that were never yours to carry. Now let me take them off of you. You felt sad for days that seemed to go on forever. Now let me make you happy for a long time. You were afraid, which kept you from speaking out. Now, I'm going to give you peace that the dark can't hurt. You are becoming beautiful because of everything you've been through, my child. There was no waste. Your story is getting better. Your heart is getting better. Little by little, your life is changing for the better. Soon, the weight you used to carry will make you stronger than ever. I want to tell you the truth, my child. Let me tell you the truth about the problems you thought were random, normal, or your fault. It wasn't natural for people to attack you. They had a spiritual side. These feelings, the stress in your head, the heaviness in your chest, the chaos in your mind, and the sudden fear were not signs of weakness. They were signs of a fight. Heaven knew how bad the fight was that was going on around you. As you went about your day, the enemy worked to destroy your purpose, silence your voice, and weaken your spirit. You were just tired, not weak. You weren't failing, you were just fighting battles that no one saw. You weren't crazy. The ground I gave you was being attacked by darkness. Your enemy saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself. He saw the unique purpose of your life, the path that was meant for you, the light in your heart, and the purpose that was woven into your spirit. He could see how strong you would be after you got better. He knew you would make a difference once you got back up. He saw the fresh start you were about to get, did everything he could to stop you. Thoughts that told you you weren't good enough, made you doubt your worth, tried to get you to give up, and planted fear where I had planted purpose, attacked your mind. The enemy told you lies because he was afraid of the truth that I put inside you. He tried to turn your mind into a battlefield so that your life would go in the wrong direction. You were hurt emotionally. Relationships broke down. You lost loved ones quickly. You were betrayed, and you felt lonely, like a weight was sitting on your chest. So badly did he want your heart to break that you would shut down all love, even mine. He wanted you to give up hope so that you wouldn't expect good things to happen. He knew that he could hurt your future if he hurt your heart. There were whispers that made you forget who you really were. Pressure that made you feel small, and things that happened that made you wonder where you fit in this world. It was his goal for you to doubt your worth, your voice, and your individuality, because the enemy knows that who you are shapes your fate. He tried to shake you so much that you couldn't recognize yourself. There were obstacles in the way of your goal, such as closed doors, delays, confusion, sudden setbacks, and storms that hit just as you were about to move forward. Your battles were never timed by accident. They always came just before you made a big move, just before something big or new. The enemy was fighting something that God was setting up. Why did everything hit me at once? You've asked me a lot, my child. What caused the pain to appear so quickly? As I tried to make changes in my life, why did the darkness come? I spoke to you during every battle, even when you couldn't hear me, because the new start was almost here. Because your breakthrough was coming, the battles got tougher. You can tell when the enemy is running out of time by how hard they fight. You were getting too close to where he didn't want you to go. It was good for you. You were getting up. You were breaking old habits. You were breaking away from old habits your family had. He was scared because you were beginning to see yourself the way I do. There were times when you thought you just barely made it, but you didn't. You got it. You got up. You kept going. It wasn't because you were strong enough, but because heaven was watch over you all the time. You don't know how many storms were aimed right at your spirit. You have no idea how many messages were sent to you that were negative. You have no idea how many traps were set for you. It's impossible to know how many times the enemy planned to destroy you, but my angels always stood between you and the darkness. When fear hit you hard, angels took care of you. When sadness tried to choke you, angels protected your spirit. Even when you felt hopeless at night, angels fought for you. When the enemy said in a low voice, "Give up," more angels whispered, "Hold on." You didn't fall because God held you up. The enemy tried to stop what I had planned for you, my child, but he failed. Even though he tried to shut you up, you are still here. He tried to break your spirit, but you got back up. He tried to make you feel dark. You still have light inside you, though. He tried to ruin your plans, but my plan stood strong. You made it through. Because heaven wouldn't let you fall. You thought it was your strength, but it was really my shield. It wasn't luck. You thought it was my defense. You thought you were lucky, but you were safe. It was my hand on your back that helped you get through every hard time. Even when you thought something inside you was pushing you forward. Do you remember the nights when you thought something was holding you together, even though you were about to fall apart? That was me. Do you remember times when you walked through something dangerous without realizing it? That was my part in the matter. Remember how peace came out of nowhere in the middle of chaos? It was my voice that calmed you down. Do you remember times when your spirit was too heavy to keep going, but you did? That was my presence making you feel better. Because of the calling on your life, you were attacked every time. The enemy knew how good you could be before you did. He was scared of the person you were turning into. He was afraid of how strong you would become in the fight. Because you learned so much in the fire, he was afraid. He was afraid of the faith that grew when things got bad. He was afraid that the authority you would face after making it through the season would break you. You need to understand something, my child. You are a danger to darkness. The enemy is afraid of you. You bring light that makes shadows disappear. You are here for a reason that makes hell's ground shake. Heaven is happy about the future you carry. That's the reason why you were hit. It's not because you were weak, but because you were picked. And as you read these words, darkness is shaking because you are becoming aware of the truth. You are becoming aware of what really happened. You're becoming aware that you're not broken, you're rising. You're not down, you're just changing. You're not weak, God has chosen you. The enemy can't stop what I'm about to do to you. Because I stood between you and destruction, you lived through every attack. You got through storms that weren't meant to happen to you. You beat things that were trying to kill your spirit, that you still don't know about. Heaven fought hard for you all the time. You were fiercely covered by angels. Finally, your new start has come because you lived, because you fought, because you held on even when everything tried to pull you down. You won't be able to be hurt by any attacks in the next chapter. The darkness that tried to bury you won't be able to get into your new season. There is no need to be afraid. You will start over. You've won every battle so far. All of the storms have died down. Each attack has been stopped. You made it through because heaven wouldn't let you fall. Now you will rise because heaven has said it's time for you to make it. Now, my child, get even closer. I'm going to show you something that will make your heart melt and your eyes shine like they never have before. You have cried over a lot of things you thought you lost. Chances you thought should have come up. People you wished had stayed. And situations you felt your hands should have been on. You sometimes blamed yourself. You didn't think you were good enough. You believed you were missing something. You thought no one heard your prayers. But I'm pulling back the curtain today. The cover is being pulled back. I'm telling you the truth about things you thought you knew, but didn't. There were quiet moments when I stepped in front of you and changed your direction that you couldn't see, kept you safe, shielded you, cleared the way. They got things out of the way without telling you. My hand was there, but you couldn't see it. My voice spoke, but you didn't hear it. Even though you didn't feel it, I was moving. It's hard to believe how much I have saved you. There were bad relationships, my child. They would have killed your spirit. So I blocked them. You prayed for, wanted, and begged me to keep these people in your life. Still, you missed what I saw. You didn't see the pain, shock, and heartbreak that would happen in the future. The lie was waiting for you, but you didn't see it coming. I saw the danger behind what you only saw from your heart's desire. That's why I shut the door. The connection was cut off. I let their heart turn away from me. To keep you safe, not to hurt you. You cried over things that would have hurt you. I said no with love. What you cried for was blocked because it would have hurt you. There were chances you wanted that I turned down. There were jobs that wouldn't hire you. There were places you tried to fit but failed. You had plans that didn't work out. Not because you couldn't do it, but because you were going in the wrong direction. You would have been stopped, slowed down, drained, or stuck if you had gone through those doors. You would have been happy with less than what I had planned. You would have gone into a future that wasn't right for you. So, I shut the door, not to punish, but to save them. You had plans for what to do, decisions you wanted to make, and the right thing to do. What made you feel uneasy was something in your heart. You were told to wait. You were told not to move. It was my voice, not fear. I put things off because you would have been hurt if I moved too quickly. I slowed you down so that your fate could catch up with you. I kept you still so bad things could happen. You wanted speed, but I had to have things in the right order. When you prayed, I didn't answer. It wasn't because I didn't like you, but because I wanted to keep you safe. If I don't answer your prayers, it doesn't always mean I've left you. I'm going to help out, I told them. Not this, not now, not in that way. I have something better, I said. Believe me, I said. You're asking for tiny bits when I prepared a huge feast. Lack of speech was not my silence. It was for safety. There was a plan. You didn't understand how love could be love. My child, do you remember times when you thought nothing was going to change? How many times have you prayed and nothing changed? When you begged for signs and heard nothing but silence, you thought I didn't care about you. You thought I wasn't really hearing you. Truly, though, miracles were going on in the background. I was moving people around. I was making hearts change. I was making sure it was the right time. I was getting doors ready. I was making room. Things were coming apart while I was holding them together. I worked on things you couldn't see. Say amen below. If you're claiming God's promises over your life today, I bless you. Share this video too. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment, meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description for those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home. You can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step, your abundance awaits. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open.